Good morning and welcome to St. Paul Sings. This morning we're going to look at 3 hymn texts written by women from the 21st century. The first is O Blessed Spring by Susan Palo Cherwien. She is a Minnesota resident, native of Ohio, studied for a time in Germany, and is one of our more prolific and gifted hymn writers of the 21st century. This is set to a folk tune, O Waly Waly. You may have sung the words, "The river is wide" to this tune somewhere in the past. It's a lovely, very singable tune and goes well with these verses, which go through 5 different phases of human life.
Blessed spring, where word and sign embrace us into Christ the vine. Here Christ enjoins each one to be a branch of this life-giving tree. Through summer heat of youthful years, uncertain faith, rebellious tears, sustained by Christ's infusing rain, the boughs will shout for joy again. When autumn cools and youth is cold, when winds their heavy harvest hold, then through us one the Christ will move, with gifts of beauty, wisdom, love. As winter comes, as winters must, we breathe our last, return to dust. Held in Christ, our souls take wing, and trust the promise of the spring. Christ, holy vine, Christ, living tree, be praised for this blessed mystery, that word and water thus revive, and join us to your tree of life.
This next text is by a woman named Janzen. It's based on the writings of Julian of Norwich. It refers to God in the Trinity, but the 3 various entities of the Trinity as mother. Mothering God, mothering Christ, mothering Spirit. This is the hymn that is composed to, or set to a newly composed melody by Carolyn Jennings. She was a professor of music at St. Olaf College. She was actually a teacher of mine. Remarkable woman. Made us as students, when we would bring a piece before the class, she would always make us find something good about it before we could start ripping on ourselves. An extraordinary teacher. Mothering God, you gave me birth.
Mothering God, you gave me birth in the bright morning of this world, Creator, source of every breath. You are my rain, my wind, my sun. Mothering Christ,
The last hymn we're going to do today is set to the very well-known tune of Green Sleeves. This is a hymn by Delores Dufner. She is also a native Minnesotan. She is a nun at the College of St. Benedict in St. Joseph, Minnesota. Very prolific hymn writer. This text is usually tune is usually employs the text, "What child is this?" And you can certainly hear echoes of that in this text that she wrote as a communion hymn. What feast of love is offered here? What banquet come from heaven? What food of everlasting life? What gracious gift is given?